It's time to play the video games, lords and ladies. Welcome to the channel, and thank you for clicking on this video. This is episode 29 of my Game of Thrones series, and I am your liege lord, the Godless Gamer. Excited for an episode that I'm predicting is going to see the loss of another ruler. We are very used to this by now. We are used to losing rulers, and we're always very well prepared for the succession, and that's no different here. We have been preparing quite a bit for the succession, but let's try to achieve some more. I don't think we've achieved as much as we can with the ruler that we have, so let's do things like getting more conquest while we have the ability to, and maybe improving my son a little bit. Actually, I don't think we can actually improve him much. We've done everything we really can. We've given him a great education. We've given him the knight trait. We taught him High Valyrian. That's another thing that I like to try to do. And we've given him a whole bunch of traits. Actually, one thing that I can do is save money for him. That's something that I'm going to do this episode, is do my best to try to save money. Not be tempted by people constantly offering me inspirations and stuff like that. Unless they're going to be amazing, I'm not going to bother spending money on it. I want to save up for my son, because his rule is just around the corner. Something I got done between the episodes involving my son is actually arranging a betrothal between him and a nice young lady, and I would like to show her to you. We have to unpause for that, so let's just hit spacebar. Let's go. I got a few marriages between the episode. Like 6 of them? Something like that? I think that was the last one. That's her right there, but before we take a look at her, I have to make sure somebody's a knight. I brought in a knight, and I need to force them. Theo. He's got 24 prowess, and he has a one-dimensional personality. The only thing that he's concerned with is being brave, and that sounds like a good knight to me. So I brought this guy in. He's brave, he's got 24 prowess, and his wife is a genius. His wife is pretty impressive too. Look at her. She's just a very virtuous person. And they're both brave, so I thought they were very well suited for each other. They're going to have decent kids, because he's got the comely trait and she's a genius. So I'm looking forward to having some more children in my court with really good congenital traits. That'll be nice. And now let's look at my son's betrothed. Now, she's very young, I get it. But I arranged a grand wedding for them. So when they get married, it's going to be a grand wedding, and there's a chance they'll become soulmates, which is really great. She got this consecrated blood fame trait, which I thought was interesting. I don't think anybody has ever had that before. No, we definitely have never had this before. So I thought that was pretty cool. And she's bringing the necessary congenital traits that we need in order to make the strengthened bloodline decision that we've been working so damn hard to try to achieve. Hopefully, their children's generation, they'll have a son that can make this decision. We've given them parents with all the necessary traits. He's a genius, and he's got comely. She's beautiful, or she's pretty, sorry, and she's bringing robust. So all the traits are here. Let's hope that they have a whole bunch of kids. I made sure that when she was going to be young enough, when they started having kids, that she was going to be able to enjoy a long period of being able to bear children, because they're going to get married when she's 16, and they're just going to start shooting out the children. And I should have timed it well enough that when my ruler dies will be the time when they get married. So we've got 10 years. Let's see if we can make this current ruler live for 10 years. I don't know, but we'll see. I also started fabric. Since we're in the twilight years of my life, I'm willing to take more risks now. And my daughter just died. Holy crap. This is the daughter. They did have a son. This is the future ruler of Dorne, guys, so this isn't good, but they did have a son, so it's still locked in. The ruler of Dorne has a son. That's my dynasty. It just stressed me out that she dies, but there's not much I can do. She died in childbirth. We need this kid to survive to adulthood. We need him to survive. Prince Lymond of Dorne. We want him to rule Dorne in the future, so... I should pin him. Sorry. I'm gonna pin this kid. And we'll take a look at him every once in a while as he's growing up. He's my grandson. Would I be able to convince him to come to court? Look at that, lords and ladies. Let's bring this kid to court and protect him. We need to protect him. He's my dynasty member, so I have the ability to invite him. If I use my hook. His ward is his dad. I don't know how he's gonna be his guardian if he's halfway across Westeros. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. But at least he's in my court and I can protect him. There's a dude in my court that I'm trying to sway because he's the leader of a Liberty faction that I'm trying to get rid of. My kinswoman, Sarissa, enters my chambers, muttering under her breath. Kinsman, my lord, I wish to discuss my betrothal, she says ferally. I can't do it. I don't want to marry Alan. She continues, where to start? My betrothed will not find satisfaction with a woman like me. An unfaithful oath. He can't possibly stay true to me. Please, kinsman, please don't make me do this. I don't even really know who you are. I didn't arrange this. I promise you guys, I didn't arrange this. I would have remembered arranging a marriage between two people who are of the same dynasty. Like, I would remember this. I didn't do this. Do I care? This is going to be my duke in the future, so when his dad dies, he's going to be the future duke of Bleachbone. And this is going to be his wife. If I don't let it... Or if I say that she can break it off... Or if I say she can't break it off, she loses 60 opinion. No, just marry him. She's depressed now because I forced her to get married to him. That's a moderate health penalty. I promise, guys, I didn't arrange that. I didn't have anything to do with that. We're becoming a poet now. We wrote a poem. When such a beautiful countenance is hid from sight, those left behind must feel a blight. Without him, we are but hollow shells, each of us a little corpse, a hollow parallel. Alright, good for you. The last fortnight I have been afflicted with such pounding migraines. We're getting old, man. That's what happens. We're feeling fine according to the game, so I'm not really worried. I said to myself I was going to try to avoid sponsoring people's inspirations, but this guy's personality is pretty good. He's a physician too, and he wants to make me something legendary. He wants to make me a tapestry. Despite his lustful trait, I like him. I'm gonna let him do it. I'm gonna let him do it. So we're trying to fabricate a hook against our liege lord. I was trying to mention this before, but I got distracted. I'm fabricating a hook against him because I really would like to be able to modify the contract that I haven't touched with him in so long. We haven't touched this, and I can make my contract with him better. So let's hope that this hook fabrication succeeds. And now that my realm priest just gave me that claim, we can fight a war. And I'm going to start fabricating some new claims. We're going to fight the Iron Islands here. Won't be difficult at all. None of the wars with the Ironborn have been hard at all, so this should take no time. Let's go, boys. He discovered my fabricate hook scheme, but he doesn't know it's me. So there's still a chance for this. I'm willing to do this even if he discovers it. Like, I'm not concerned with him discovering this. I don't care. I want this hook. The current chances are down to 29%, but I can improve those chances. We're going to put our Spy Master on support schemes, and we're going to put our wife on court intrigue. That should help too. It's up to 54% chance now. We're going to stick with it. We're going to stick with it, lords and ladies. It's worth it to try to modify our contract. Who did we lose? We lost an admiral. My son got captured. I can't ransom him yet. Please don't kill my son. He is my knight, so that's one of the risks. We'll get you out of there, son. We'll seize their capital. Maybe we can free him. There are a few things that I enjoy more than Lord Redmond's company. He quietly listened to all my troubles, helping me put them in perspective, and after a while, I realized that it wasn't as bad as I had imagined. I do need some stress relief, so I'll take this. Thank you, son. We just got a not-so-great goblet. The quality's really good, but the modifiers suck. I'm gonna sell that cup in a second. It's a court artifact. $250 gold? Nice. We're still pursuing this white fox, and we have not had luck trying to get this white fox, so I'm going to give up the chase. We didn't free our son, he's still imprisoned. My agents have made contact with Maylis, a servant in my liege's castle. With the right incentive, he is willing to start some whispers about King Aemon not being nearly as venerable as he seems. If we spend a little bit of gold, we can increase the success chance, but the odds of him knowing that it was us increase. I think it's worth it. I need to modify this contract, damn it, so we're gonna try our very best. We can pay a ransom now? No, it still won't let us. We have to listen to this song again. It's taking us so long to do this. We're going to hear the song 3 times. Alright, let's go. We'll free our son when the war's over. They better not harm a hair on his head. My liege just discovered that I am the mastermind behind the plot against him. Interesting, look at that. His opinion didn't go down at all. We didn't lose any opinion from that. We just gained Jared. I really would have preferred the hook, but at least his opinion didn't take a big hit. There we go. Let's free our son. Let's get my boy back. So he's okay. Since he treated my son well in prison, let's just be nice with these people. And be nice, I mean, either get money from them or get a hook on them. Oh, look at this. I can get 81 gold for this guy to send him to the wall. Yes. Another person who's legendary. How much to make your weapon, man? 181. I'm pinning this guy because, honestly, the second he's done making this thing, we're telling him to leave. I just don't like his personality. So make me this hammer, and then he can get out. I want to keep checking my son's betrothed because she hasn't developed her personality yet, and I hope that she's going to get a really good personality. I'm not raising her. I have no control over her education. So I'm just hoping that she gets a good one and she gets good personality traits. So once this claim is done, we're going to fight another war. I'm not going to wait too long to fabricate a whole bunch of claims at once, because we are running a little low on time here. Actually, I take that back, because that's exactly what I want to do here in the Iron Islands. I want to take this entire big island all at once. I would need to fabricate 6 claims. I think we can make it happen. Short reign duration, minus 28%. This one's better. This is a short reign duration, minus 32%. This one's more court grandeur, though. I don't care about that. It's not worth putting up now. Maybe when my son takes the throne, I will remember to put this up, and then we can get those 2 bonuses. We can stack that short reign duration bonus. We can stack it with 2 of them. So I'll hold on to that until my son sits on the throne. When my son sits on the throne, there's actually a few things that I want to mess around with in my court. Like, I want to put up that elixir that we made a few episodes ago that increases our fertility. So we will be messing around with our artifacts, and I'll remember to put up that tapestry. I just made a friend with my granddaughter. We can choose what he gets his education focus is. We're not raising him. He's somebody else's guardian, and we just lost another child. We lost our first son, our eldest son. Now, technically he was our heir because we didn't designate our youngest son heir yet. So technically we lost an heir, but it's not a big deal because he had a son who's an adult and is now ruling in his place. His son isn't a little kid, he's an actual adult. So I'm pissed that my son just died, but it's not a really, really big deal. Did he have a position in my court? He was my castellan, so it is kind of a big deal. What do we want the ruler of Dorne? What kind of education do we want to give him? Let's give him a diplomacy education. We're not actually teaching him ourselves, but we can decide what education he gets. I can't teach him languages? Oh, he has to be 6 years old. Maybe we can teach him a language as well. And he'll squire for us too, as long as we're alive, and he can squire for my next heir, or my next ruler too. If that's what ends up happening. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. If I arrange an alliance with this kid, I won't be able to revoke his title as long as I'm this ruler. I'm busy trying to fabricate claims in order to get conquest. I don't have time to fabricate a claim against this kid so I can give him the duchy title. I don't have time for that. But at least I can do it now. I have the ability to revoke his title because we're not allies anymore. I'm not gonna do that alliance. We're gonna mess with his contract though. There's so many things happening right now, guys. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we lost 2 children. We're only 22 minutes into the episode and we lost 2 children. I've got my granddaughter betrothed to a giant, so they're gonna give me some really good kids as well. Maybe some genius giants. Her first personality trait is humble. I like it. Not a bad start to her personality. Okay, I didn't forget. Thank you for the amazing hammer, by the way. But you can get out. I'll give this to a knight. I'll give it to Theo. Now he's up to 28. Now my wife is dead. All our family is just dying around us. Now I don't have the ability to get another wife because I'm widowed now and I can't marry for a while, so not much I can do about it. Luckily, I'm still within my domain limit, so her death didn't affect that. So I'm happy about that. But to celebrate our, not to celebrate our wife's death, but we're gonna take out our anger. We're gonna take out our anger on our wife's death, or at our wife's death, and we're gonna declare war. We just got the claim that we needed to do this. So I have an excuse to declare this war. My wife died and I'm angry. It's our liege lord. It's helpful to check if he's traveling. He isn't. Let's get to business, boys. Let's take some more conquest. We have a new liege lord now. In the light of the Seven, I now proclaim Aegon the Ninth of House Targaryen, King of the Andals, the Rhoynar, and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. Long may he reign. he's taking the throne and he's wounded. Let's hope he doesn't die in 3 seconds. He's feeling fine. But we have a new liege lord. How hard would it be to fabricate a hook against him? Pretty hard. Especially now that I don't have a wife, she can't help me. So I don't think this is realistic. I need to relieve stress. I can beat myself in a year, so we'll wait to beat ourselves. I'm being offered the job of Chancellor. I'll take it. Not quite sure what he's doing, but we'll take advantage of the fact that he's not here. We're gonna go straight for his capital. I'm being offered this peasant guy. He's amazing. He has 31 prowess. But I'm not going to get him married off or anything. He's just... his sole purpose in life is to be my knight. We're putting him on the front lines. This peasant. 31. Not bad, considering he's 55 years old. Still don't understand what they're doing. They're dancing around in circles. Just letting me burn their villages. Here they come. They've amassed quite a force here, guys, so maybe we have to raise the rest of it. You know what? I probably would be okay with just my army, but let's err on the side of caution here. Let's just raise my entire army. I have the money for it. There's no downside to this. Let's make sure we don't lose. 70,000 men. They are in for a rude awakening. There we go. We captured the enemy banner. Of course we're gonna burn it. We can pay homage to our new liege lord. Let me relieve some stress first. Can I beat myself now? Yeah. There we go. Now that we beat ourselves, let's wait till we get healed. I'm sure we'll get healed instantly. Yep, there we go. Let's take care of prisoners and trinkets, and then we'll go pay homage to our liege lord, I guess. And since I have some money, let's repair some stuff, too. You know what? I'm gonna be really nice. That kid. I'm gonna give it to him. And we can have him study a language now. So I'm gonna give this stress relief, or this minus stress gain, to him. Let's help this kid out. Let's show the Dornish how we raise the kids here in the Fairlands. We raise them properly, we take care of them. When there's a kid under my control that I care about, especially if it's a Dynasty member, we're gonna do everything we can for him. So we gave him that stress relief. Let's teach him a language. And when he's 10 years old, he'll squire for us. I did mention that. We've got prisoners to take care of. Only 4 of them. Okay, so most of this island is going to be very quick for us to fabricate claims, so we might be able to get all of this before my ruler dies. See, paying homage causes stress, you see that? So it's a good thing I beat myself first. Let's go bend the knee. My son's going to come with me. We're having a father-son outing. We're gonna go bend the knee to our new liege. And I can get the gardener trait. This is very nice. This doesn't increase my health at all, which is good. I'm not trying to extend his life. And gardener doesn't do that for us, but it does increase our stewardship and helps with stress gain as well. Please let me get this. We got it. It's kind of late in his life to get it, but I'll take it. I'm not complaining. He joins my court if I want. No thanks. Now we can get ourselves some healing water. You gain healing water legend for 15 years. I don't think I'm going to live that long. He becomes the owner of this. No, we don't want that. We want it for ourselves. We'll take a little bit of stress and take it. And he died. We just stressed out a bit. And look at all my children who are dying. Oh my god, this is so depressing. I'm pretty sure my son is stacked with items that we've been giving him this whole time, so I don't think he would even... I don't even think he would use that healing water if I gave it to him. Who do I want to not stress out? Maybe my son's future wife? It'll be nice for her to have it. She can use it. It's an inventory artifact, so let's do that. I'm gonna give it to her. I'm gonna give her this modest gemstone as well. I definitely don't need it. Look at me, being nice to people. Being a very generous liege lord today. I need a master of horse and I need an architect. This guy is on the brink of death. He has tuberculosis, so it would be a waste to give it to him. I don't have any artificer slots I can give him, but I can give him this job, I guess. That's fine. Alright, son, another trip. He's a traveler, by the way. We got him this trade as well. I know I have a bunch of money, guys. I'm not going to be tempted to build things. We can wait for that. There is absolutely no reason for me to do it. I'm making 94 gold right now, and I would really like to save up. Like, I want to help my son out. I'm not concerned with myself anymore. I'm concerned with my son. So besides some of these inspirations that I've been very tempted into sponsoring, we're doing pretty well. We're saving up. You get a very good book artifact, or we can just get 500 gold, please. Thank you. I'm not widowed anymore, so I can technically marry somebody. Or I guess not. I can only arrange a marriage. Or I guess I can't. I'm sorry, the trait is gone. Like the widowed trait, so I thought I could marry now. But I guess not. I know I could have gotten... I know there's probably somebody out there yelling at me, hey, you could have gotten that duchy claim. But that's not what I want. I want to land... I want to land somebody. I don't want to inherit a duke. I want to land somebody. I want to land a Fairgrave here in Harlaw. So I need to take all of these individually. Diplomacy challenge. Are me and my son are fighting. My good companion Raymond has been off with me the last few days, each night avoiding my invitation to dine. Today he catches me alone in the garden. Redmond, I'm sorry, but I have to tell you this as your friend. Your unremitting need to move forward with no end in sight, it puts you in a bad stead. Surely you must see it does a lord no good to behave this way. What do you mean? How am I behaving? Your unremitting need to move forward? What does that even mean? My unremitting need to move forward, am I interpreting that as my need to keep living? Like, wait a minute, is he criticizing my ambitious trait? Whatever, son, what do you... I don't even understand what he was complaining about. Wanting to improve and wanting to get more powerful? He has, like, a problem with that? He's already my artificer, so I'll let him do it. I'm just watching her and waiting to see what her next personality trait's gonna be. We can listen to Grovelers. Alright, Grovelers, 1 second. Once we learn her next personality trait, I'll listen to you. She's just! Alright, not bad. I'll take it. My grandson wants to become my friend. Or no. If we dedicate it to him, we can become friends with him. I'm okay with friends. The only thing this is really going to succeed in doing is stressing this kid out when I die, which is kind of right around the corner. So I'm not going to bother becoming his friend. We have enough friends. So she's just. Okay. Now we can listen to Grovelers. By the will of the mother, why am I so sore? Well, it's because you're getting old, man. You're 73. You're ailing now. We haven't gotten the Know Thyself warning yet, so he's still got some life in him. Once we get that warning, then we'll know. We can solve this problem just by giving 20 gold. That's nothing. I've developed a written language specifically for the women of the court. All female courtiers gain language of women for 20 years. Alright, sure. Let's be nice to the ladies. They want their own language. I say let them speak it. And now we're ending with a survey, which costs a decent amount of money, but I'll do it. Alright, we know about this tapestry. We're gonna put it up. Once my son takes his place. His rightful place. I noticed that my line of succession went to my grandson. Now he's my primary heir, my grandson through my first and eldest son. We don't want that. I don't see the harm in just designating our heir now. We know we're about to die soon, so we're going to designate him our heir now. Now things are right. He's no longer my caravan master? Why not? Would he be a decent seneschal? He would. He could be my seneschal then. Let's see, did they have a giant child? Yes, they did. He's hale, intelligent, and giant. She's robust and quick. Hey, they're twins. But they didn't both get the giant trait. Only the boy got it. But there we go. There's some good great-grandchildren. I'm replacing this statue. This cabinet gives me renown, which I value more than anything that this statue is giving me, so we're putting this cabinet up. Hey! I just got gypped. I have two of the same one. Or the two of the same looking cabinet. One of the servants finds me early in the morning as I am preparing for the day. Pardon, a raven from John arrived. It had a letter for you, and a note attached saying it was urgent, you saw it as soon as possible. Sorry guys, reading today is not my strong suit. I have had a dream. A dragon soars across the open skies. A shadowy figure crouches behind a scorpion, poison glistening on the tip of its bolt. The dragon roars and falls from the sky as the bolt pierces through its wing. Someone is plotting to kill my courtier, Deirissa, my harbor master. It seems as though John is a dragon dreamer. For his sake, I hope it proves to be more a blessing than a curse. So I basically learned that this woman, somebody's trying to murder this woman. According to this kid's dream. He got the trait Dragon Dreams. John is haunted by premonitions and visions of possible futures. I've never seen that before, so that's interesting. My spy master is on Disrupt Scheme, so I'm doing everything that I can to try to protect this woman. The chances of this succeeding are only 5%, so... Look at this. Vassal tax contribution plus 10% for 30 years. Successful survey. We're up to 99 gold. Intrigue plus 3 for 20 years. Let's check again to see how hard it would be to fabricate a hook against this guy. Now it's up to 71% chance. And I'm sure it'll be even better if we increase our intrigue by 3. Let's do this. Let's see. 71. 74. It just stressed us out a whole bunch, but that's okay. We can beat ourselves in like a year. But we're going to put our Spy Master on support schemes. Still can't get married. Now the chances are up to 90%. Let's see if this hook fabrication goes better. The chances are... Oh, nope. The existence of my plot has been discovered. Dude, I don't believe these odds for a second. I don't believe... The fabricate hook schemes that we've had, there have been so many that tell us that they're 90% chance, like, gonna succeed and everything is as good as possible. And we've lost so many opportunities with these. I don't believe these odds at all. I just don't believe it. Okay, so back on Disrupt Schemes. You lost the trait Widowed and you gain a pet dog. And we can get married again. I don't want a wife who's going to get pregnant. We don't want that. I mean, I guess it wouldn't do any harm to have more kids, but I'm not trying to have more kids. Our line of succession is decided. A 59-year-old genius. She's vengeful. A 57-year-old. And I can get an alliance with one of my dukes. This guy is my duke. We can get an alliance with him. I guess that's okay. I just need a wife to help me with stuff. Of course, we have to name our dog Ghost. You have to start with it. I can't even remember. Have we had a pet dog yet this series, guys? I don't think we've had one. So we're going to start with Ghost. We'll get the obvious one out of the way. So people don't bug me in the comments. Too bad I didn't have this wife before that scheme, before we tried to fabricate that hook. But like I said, it probably wouldn't have made a difference because I don't believe the odds on those schemes anyway. Just trying to see if there's anybody worth swaying. There doesn't appear to be anybody. I can collect some money on some hooks that I have. I have a hook on a vassal, and we're not going to mess with his contract, so yeah, I'm going to take the money. Got almost 4,000 gold in the bank. Can I beat myself? No, but I can pet Ghost. That will relieve some stress. We have a brand new Septon here, because my old Septon was definitely not this young. So we have a new Septon. Let's see what his skills are like. He's got 16 learning. That's not bad. And he's only 19 years old, so he's going to be around for a while. And he's a pretty good Septon. So that's a great Septon, guys. Let's befriend him. Only 4 more years until my son gets married. That's really closing in on us pretty quickly. You gain reinvigorating reading for 10 years. It's only disease resistance. It's not going to help me live longer. It's just more protection against diseases. And I'll take that. That's fine. And I get stress loss minus 15% for 10 years. So yeah, I'll take that. I have a new stewardship perk. We don't need to pin him anymore because we told him to leave. Is this somebody else complaining about a marriage? If I'm honest with myself, I can't stand him. My betrothed will not find satisfaction with a woman like me. An unfaithful oath. Oath. Well, she kind of does have a point. He's lustful, vengeful. He's a craven. This is another marriage that I had nothing to do with arranging. This is not something that I arranged. I don't remember doing this at all. This is one of my vassal sons, so I definitely didn't do this. Like, I definitely didn't arrange this. They can break up. She had a point. Like, the guy was lustful and vengeful and everything, so... Why is this happening? Is this something new? Is this like a new mechanic that's been introduced? He already betrothed himself to another woman, and I'm already hearing complaints about it. Why am I being notified about this? Why? No, you have to marry him. I'm not doing this again. If anybody knows, if that's new content that I'm not aware of, because I've, like, never seen that before. It's the first time I've ever seen that. And it's happened to us, like, 3 times. So we've got our new legacy, we've got constant care, disease resistance, spouse opinion, and fewer complications during pregnancy. Just 2 more claims. Now only 3 more years. We became friends with our Septon. That should speed up those claims. Do we need to flagellate? No, we can wait till we get a little bit more stress. Will we let Ghost to join us on a council meeting? Sure, why not? And the future ruler of Dorne is turning out well. He started his personality with the Zealous trait. And he's already squiring for somebody. I didn't do it. He's already somebody's squire. Now she's chaste. Ugh. Not the worst trait that she should have... Not the worst trait that she could have gotten. Like, there are worse things to get. But this decreases her fertility. I suppose it's counteracted a little bit by her pretty trait. But that's not something that we want. We want them to have a lot of kids. But I'll take it. It really isn't a bad trait. It's okay. At least it's considered virtuous. He's just gonna have to... He's just gonna have to... talk her into it a little bit more. He's gonna have to be a little bit more convincing. And if all goes well anyway during their wedding, they'll become soulmates, so we should be fine. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna say it right here because we're almost up to an hour, but I'm gonna go long enough for us to take this duchy and then get our son married. We're gonna have a grand wedding. That's how we'll end the episode, because I really want to see how the grand wedding turns out. So I hope you guys are in it for the long haul. We'll go over an hour. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to go, but we'll see. You guys already know because you can look at the timestamp and see. But I'm willing to play. I want to play today, guys. Even if the video's a little bit longer. I'm having a great time. This little girl, this is the second time we've been told that she's been injured. Who is abusing this little girl? This child has been lightly scratched and bruised, most likely after playing a bit rough. My lord, your granddaughter Philena, she just won't stop eating Sambocade. Or however that you pronounce that. Sorry. Right at this moment, I spot Philena exiting the pantry, carrying a pile of Sambocade in both of her arms. Is she a comfort eater now? Yeah, she's a comfort eater. I can convince her to lay off. I don't know if she's going to get rid of the trait, but we can try to convince her to stop here. We convince her to lay off, but she's still a comfort eater. And she ended her personality with honest. I think that's a pretty good personality, guys. I'm actually really happy with it. Chaste was the only one that I don't agree with, and it's not even a negative trait. It's like not even bad. It's a good one. So this is going to be our future wife when we take control of him. And I really like her. Her skills leave a little to be desired. She didn't... Well, I mean, her education isn't done yet, so we still have that to look forward to, but I like how she turned out. A wife worthy of my son. We have 6666 gold. The number of the beast. I don't need to sway this guy anymore. Somebody's still trying to murder this lady. That hasn't gone away. I'll allow it. He wants to forge a dagger. I will allow it. Okay, I'm going to cheat a little bit since I have so much. Let's build a building here in Casterly Rock and in Fairkeep. Let's get these windmills upgraded. They're really expensive, so let's get those out of the way. Fair Castle as well. Okay. That's all I'm going to allow myself. That is an amazing great-granddaughter. I am leaving, father. Me and Cinna are in love. I roll my eyes at Ronald. What is my fool of a son up to now? Cinna and I will seek adventure. The world is vast, and there's glory to be found. I wish to shout, led by the past, leading the future at the world, until it remembers my name. It is evident that my beloved son is being serious. I'm gonna have to do something. Okay. Thank goodness that we have such amazing diplomacy that we're going to be able to convince him. He stays at court. We convince him to give up his hopes and dreams with this woman who just came out of nowhere, who's trying to take my son away from me. We're not going to let it happen. He gains mellowed spirit for 20 years. And he stays at court. Thank you for having good diplomacy, Redmond. Our son is losing his mind, and we have to show him the way. Is he like? I hope he's not depressed or anything. No, he didn't gain any negative traits because we turned him down. Come on, man, you have such a bright future ahead of you. Why would you throw it all away for that? You have an amazing wife ahead of you. You're gonna rule the most powerful Lord Paramountcy in Westeros. We're gonna take care of you, son. Trust your dad's judgment. We don't stay wounded for very long. Our Maester is right on top of that every single time we've done it. He's healed us instantly. Three more months, we fight a war, and one more year, and my son and his wife get married. And we are we're gonna keep going until we get that grand wedding done. I promised. And I think that's a great way to end it. We'll end it with an amazing wedding. I'll dedicate this to my wife. Okay. Hopefully we end this war before the wedding drops. I'll go straight for his capital first. Please capture somebody valuable so I don't have to take all of these war targets. Please capture somebody. Intrigue per stress level. Not a great modifier, but the hostile scheme power, I guess, is pretty good. Prowess +3. I'm gonna give that to some lucky knight. I'm not gonna use it. It's fine. Have I given Theo a weapon? Yeah, I gave him a weapon. My son has Jaime's sword, that's right. What about Milo, this giant man? We'll give him the dagger. This does improve his ability to do hostile stuff, but I think he's trustworthy enough to not scheme against me. Let's at least give him 3 prowess. My dog Ghost and the dog that belongs to our liege lord, they're meeting for the first time. What are they gonna do? They're just having fun. His dog's name is Snow. I'm gonna target these castles that aren't so great. They're 16, she's 16. She got a flamboyant trickster education. Which is actually kind of funny because that's her lowest skill. Her lowest skill is intrigue. But she got an intrigue education. Yeah, her skills didn't really turn out well, I will admit, but that's not what matters. What matters is her congenital traits and her personality. My son's just gonna have to do as much as he can by himself with his skills. His wife won't be too much help for him with her skill points. She'll be a little bit of help, but not a whole bunch. Once I'm not busy with the war, there we go. There we go. We'll celebrate our victory with a grand wedding. The duchy capital is 10 towers. I have to usurp the title. And I believe I have a dynasty member ready for this. I have a grandson who has cancer? Nope. I have a few people to choose from. Who are you? Peter Fairgrave. He looks pretty good with his personality. He's got good stewardship. His intrigue and martial suck, but that's okay. Lorimer. Who are you? I don't have a lot to choose from, but I do have a couple of good ones. I'm considering Peter here. Is he married? Nope, he's been widowed. But he's had 2 children already. Okay, we'll give it to him. He's a lucky guy. He's getting a pretty big duchy. This duchy has like 7 or 8 counties in it. So good for him. We'll deal with prisoners, then we'll do our wedding, and then we'll wrap it up, guys. I know we're going on long here, but... I wanted to see if we could achieve this conquest, the one that we just got, and getting the wedding done in one episode, and we can do it. We're going to do it. Okay, that takes care of everything. Too bad court bards don't help with grand weddings too. Like I wish they would increase the opinion gain not only at feasts but at weddings too. You know, you'd think your court bard would be useful at a wedding, but he isn't. So I'm not gonna bother doing that. Food taster, no. Caravan master, we don't need. We don't need any of these things, so we're ready to go, guys. Let's get this grand wedding going. We're gonna hold it in our castle, Casterly Rock. This is purely for recreation for us, but for them, they better become soulmates, so I'm hoping that that happens. But for us, it's just for recreation. Maximum amount of entertainment, maximum amount of food and drink, and just the wedding venue we're gonna spend the most on. The decorations are silver and gold. An unapologetic display of boundless riches, and enough servants for each guest to have their personal cupbearer. We can afford it. We gain the trait Eager Reveler. So we gotta wait for her to show up. Please become soulmates. Please, please, please. Emerging lunacy. Lately I've had a hard time thinking straight. My thoughts are scattered like clouds upon a summer sky. I'm okay. I'm not a lunatic or anything. Oh, there we go. We just became a lunatic. It's a minor health penalty. I hope we don't die during this wedding. Let's not disappoint our son and die in the middle of the wedding. Nice. Let's move my steward. Probably the last time I'm going to remember to do this before the episode ends, so let's get something started. 11 months. And we need to fabricate some more claims, too. Alright, guys, so my son is getting married. I'm so proud of him. We gave him an amazing wife. See, I'm just so proud. Perfect. The day has finally come and I couldn't be prouder of my Ronald. I'm enjoying the ceremony, proud of what I managed to organize. Everything has all gone well so far, and as soon as I think it, I know I've jinxed it. Ronald freezes in confusion, having clearly forgotten what the next step in the ceremony is. I can salvage this because of my awesome diplomacy. Don't worry, son. Daddy's here for you. Okay. Let's praise the happy couple. As my turn nears, I am left wondering, should I consider the happy couple or focus on the festivities? Definitely on the happy couple. This is for our son, man. Please become soulmates, guys. Come on. We'll find out during the bedding ceremony. My dog ran away, but I'm hoping that he comes back on his own. I have no stress that I need to relieve, so let's get some learning lifestyle. my dog came back, and my son brought him back to me. I can give a little money to the poor. Okay. My two sons are debating on whether their brother has found a good match. Roger speaks quietly. You know, I must say I still have my misgivings. I worry for my brother. Zoe is just too young for him. He has a minor point. She's 17 and he's 31, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not like it's unheard of. I'm not going to take either of their sides. I'm not going to become friends with either of them, because I don't want to stress them out when I die, so we'll just say, what of it? Leave love to the bards. Okay, so that does it. We gained 1,200 prestige. Prestige that we don't need, because we have 31,000 prestige, but we got some prestige. Everybody's opinion goes up. I gained some money. I guess that's people paying me, like, wedding gifts or whatever. And I gained Magnificent Host for 20 years, monthly renown and prestige, monthly stewardship lifestyle experience, and diplomacy lifestyle experience. Let's see if they became soulmates. They became soulmates. This is Ronald Fairgrave soulmate, so successful, guys. That's how we're gonna end it. Perfect. Yes. Great way to end the episode, guys. We ended with a wedding, a successful wedding. And we just got our son a beautiful young wife. And we are going to enjoy ourselves judging their kids. I can't wait. But lords and ladies, that's how we're going to end it. Thank you so much for joining me today. What a fun episode. I'm so glad that we went over the time. I don't care that it's an hour and 20 minutes. I hope you guys don't mind. I really do hope. Hope you guys don't mind the length of this one. I know the longer videos can be a little bit more intimidating, but I was just having so much fun that I really don't care. I'm glad I did it. Glad I went with the longer length episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down at the bottom. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. The channel just recently surpassed 1,300 subs, which is great. So thank you, lords and ladies, for supporting the channel. Love that you guys are enjoying the content so much. That makes me really happy. But anyway, I will see you in the next one, guys. Episode 30 will be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.